From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Tiffany Savona.
Good morning. I'm meteorologist Tiffany Savona. We are tracking some light rain showers moving across the mid-Columbia this morning. We even had a few thunderstorms develop just south of Hermiston a few hours ago, and some higher elevation snow showers as well. So it's still a bit damp in the Tri-Cities, and it's currently raining in Milton, Freewater, over toward Walla Walla and Dayton. This is pushing toward the Connell and Othello area very shortly. So if you're headed out early on this Monday, you'll likely need the windshield wipers, and you'll need the umbrella as well. Temperatures are in the 40s. It's 48 in the Tri-Cities, 43 in Walla Walla, 41 Sunnyside, and 39 degrees in Yakima. So in Yakima this morning, we'll probably end up dry, mostly cloudy. Temperatures only topping out in the upper 50s today, so a little bit cooler compared to the 60s we saw this weekend. In the Tri-Cities, showers possible for your morning commute, with highs only around 59, and Walla Walla will continue to see those scattered showers on and off throughout the day with highs around 56. We'll let you know when we dry out. Coming up, Good Morning Northwest starts right now.
Straight ahead on Good Morning Northwest, an update on the deadly crash involving an off-duty Washington State Patrol trooper. The toxicology results for Sarah Clayson have finally been released. We have what it reveals coming up. Plus, a new bill could make it harder for first-time gun buyers in Washington, supporters calling it a safety measure, while critics say it's restricting their rights. The details just ahead. And also ahead, President Trump hinting at pursuing a third term, but constitutional limits could get in his way. With the latest developments from the White House, all on Good Morning Northwest, which starts right now.
This is Apple Valley News Now, Good Morning Northwest, on your side.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal. It is Monday, March 31st. Jade Elliott has the day off, but we want to start your top stories off with the follow-up. New details have emerged regarding the fatal crash involving off-duty Washington State Patrol trooper Sarah Clayson. Officials are reporting that Clayson's blood alcohol content was twice the legal limit. Now, we do want to note that that's what she tested at the time of the draw, which was about 6 hours after the crash. Clayson is accused of driving under the influence when her personal car collided with 20-year-old motorcyclist Yasser Sanchez in Richland. Sanchez died later in the hospital from his injuries. Clayson is currently on administrative leave, and due to her position with WSP, the Spokane County Prosecutor's Office has been overseeing her case. Turning now to fire news, where we're learning about a house fire that happened just before 9:30 p.m. in Richland. The fire breaking out at Roberdeau Street and Thayer Drive last night. Now, many crews responding to this, including Richland Fire and Emergency Services, Richland Police, and Benton County Fire District 4. Crews quickly arrived on scene to contain the blaze. One person was taken to hospital, and their current condition is unknown at this time. The cause of the fire is still under investigation. Now, as fire activity begins to pick up across the country, the Department of Natural Resources fire personnel from Washington State says they're getting some valuable preseason training by responding to out-of-state fires. Now, right now, more than 55 agency firefighters, leadership personnel, and multiple strike teams of engines are deployed across Texas, Oklahoma, Missouri, Arkansas, North Carolina, and South Carolina. So far in 2025, more than 14,800 wildfires have burned some 700,000 acres across the U.S., well above the 10-year averages of over 8,000 wildfires and over 1,600,000 acres. Now to traffic news out of Walla Walla, a 300-foot section of Boyer Avenue will be closed tomorrow. Now this is for construction of the Whitman College Dormitory, which is just west of Touchy Street, and that project will leave that section of the street closed through the end of July. Emergency cars will not have access through the closure, but businesses west of the area will remain accessible. And also in Walla Walla, the Public Schools Board of Directors have announced the district's next superintendent, and the board unanimously chose Dr. Ben Goyen to become the next superintendent once contract negotiations and a background check is successful. Now, Dr. Ben Goyen will take over duties as superintendent on July 1st. He's currently serving as assistant superintendent for the Stanwood-Camano School District, and the doctor has over 30 years of experience in public education. Turning now to crime news, a Pasco man is sentenced to over 10 years in prison for trafficking fentanyl. Now, according to court documents, Richland police responded to a domestic issue involving 32-year-old Leonardo Martinez back on May 20th of 2022. RPD officers say they asked Martinez to leave, but he refused and tried to assault an officer. Martinez was arrested and they found a handgun that he was not legally allowed to possess at the time of his arrest. Cops then searched his car and found another handgun, plus more than 10,000 fentanyl pills, over $72,000 in cash, also methamphetamine, a digital scale, and 3 cell phones. Martinez will spend 125 months in prison, which will then be followed by 5 years of supervised release. Gun rights are back in the spotlight as state lawmakers debate a bill that would tighten gun laws requiring you to have a new permit before you can purchase a firearm. Apple Valley News Now's Dan Hansen breaks down what exactly this would entail.
I'm proud to be here testifying for the first time as Attorney General and actually for the first time ever in support of House Bill 1163. I chose this bill to make the first time that I testified because I believe that this bill is a measure that will save lives.
Those are the words of Attorney General Nick Brown addressing the Washington Law and Senate Committee. House Bill 1163 proposes a significant change to firearm regulations requiring a permit before purchasing a gun. To get this permit, applicants must undergo fingerprinting, complete a safety training program, and pass a stricter background check conducted by the Washington State Patrol. That screening will check for outstanding warrants, pending charges, or mental health issues. Additionally, the bill mandates detailed records of all firearm transfers and introduces new reporting requirements for permits and concealed pistol licenses. Attorney General Brown emphasized that Washington has already implemented elements of a strong permitting system and believes House Bill 1163 builds on that foundation.
We are not doing enough currently to protect people.
On Thursday, House Bill 1163 passed the Senate Law and Justice Committee, but opponents argued the measure infringes on constitutional rights.
The Second Amendment limits the government's ability to infringe on an individual's right, your right to keep and bear arms.
Klein argues the bill creates a paradox, requiring a permit to buy a gun, but mandating live firearm training before obtaining a permit. She claims this could effectively block first-time gun ownership.
This will allow Washington to end the lawful sale of firearms through red tape and excessive fees while ignoring the actual problem. That's criminals.
If passed, Washington would join at least a dozen other states with permit-to-purchase laws. Dan Hansen, Apple Valley News Now.
Thank you, Dan. And check this out now. It was a very special benefit celebrating the life of Tri-Cities hockey player Peyton Steele, this while raising awareness for Wolff-Parkinson-White syndrome. Now, family and friends gathered at the Hapo Ice Pavilion in Pasco to honor the life of the player Peyton Steele. Photos of Peyton filled the area while the sound of skates cutting through the ice and hockey pucks hitting the boards all served as a reminder of Steele's love for the game. His family says while the loss is difficult, they hope his memory will live on and help raise awareness about this syndrome.
I'm just so happy that so many people have come together and just trying to look at all the positive aspects of this tragedy that did happen. I know that within the universe, when a bad thing happens, an equal good thing happens too. And so it's just about trying to find all the positive sides of this and spreading awareness. That way this doesn't happen to more people.
A celebration of life for Peyton will be held at South Hills Church in Kennewick on April 11th. That's at 6 p.m. And the community is invited to attend and encouraged to wear their hockey jerseys in his honor. Coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, President Trump hinting at pursuing a third term, but constitutional limits could get in his way. And the latest developments from the White House coming up. But first, meteorologist Tiffany Savona is filling in for Josh Colbert this morning. She will have your first alert weather forecast. That is right when we come back.
Discover Walla Walla Wine, where exceptional terroir meets unforgettable experiences. Delight in renowned varietals amidst breathtaking vineyards. Join us in crafting memorable moments. Connect with us at wallawallawine.com.
Colon cancer usually develops over time without symptoms. Screening is the best way to find it early. See AppleValleyNewsNow.com for more.
Prosser Digestive Health Center reminds us that colon cancer screening saves lives. This is how we care.
It's not easy being Mariano Morales' horse. He needs to ride to clients all the time. He does take care of him. He gets the insurance company to pay for medical bills, car repairs, even money for pain and suffering. Looks like it's going to be another busy day. Better get warmed up. After all, I am his best friend.
Hurt in a car wreck? Give me a call.
Big or small, we work them all.
I'm attorney Mariano Morales, the heavy hitter.
The heavy hitter is the one for you. Call 853-2222.
And Consumer Reports.
We're testers.
This organization accepts no advertising or sponsorship.
Since 1936.
Testing dishwashers, TVs, cars, vacuums.
We buy directly from stores, just like you.
Making sure products are safe.
And that they last.
Because we're advocates.
Engineers and scientists. We're testers. We're Consumer Reports.
Join us.
Lather, rinse, repeat. It never feels like enough. It's not your products, it's your water. Culligan water softeners prevent damaging hard water buildup, revitalizing your hair and skin. Upgrade your routine with Culligan.
Curve Appeal's new Era machine is here with an unbeatable offer. Get 4 sessions for just $999 or 8 sessions for $17.99. The best prices in town for incredible results. This special ends April 12th. Start your new era with Curve Appeal. Book your consultation today. Discover Walla Walla Wine, where exceptional terroir meets unforgettable experiences. Delight in renowned varietals amidst breathtaking vineyards. Join us in crafting memorable moments. Connect with us at wallawallawine.com.
Every woman will experience menopause, but when it happens, will you be prepared? Join Maria Shriver, Naomi Watts, Halle Berry.
What if, when a woman realized she was in menopause, you get a siesta?
The Menopause Revolution, tonight on ABC.
Looking for a great fishing hole?
It's awesome.
Fly the Northwest, Tuesday at 6.
Okay.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Tiffany Savona.
Good morning. It is 5:12 and we're waking up to a little bit of rain on our first alert radar. Rain is fairly light for areas just north and east of the Tri-Cities. This includes Dayton and at Hanford as well, up into Connell. Now that rain pushing in. Walla Walla still raining there. There are actually a few lightning strikes, a few thunderstorms developed just south of Hermiston a few hours ago. So here's the weather pattern for today. We have a large dip in the jet stream. An upper level low spinning offshore is going to produce some scattered light rain showers and mountain snow for the Cascades and the Blues. A couple of inches possible there. Scattered showers continue this afternoon, but then we start to dry things out as the showers and the snow showers start to push more to the south. So as we go throughout the day today for your commute forecast, I would grab the umbrella just in case. Temperatures will be in the 40s this morning, only topping out around 58, 59 degrees this afternoon, but we do expect drier conditions for your evening commute. Now, we'll stay on the cool side, but we do have a warm up in the 7-day forecast. We'll let you know when to expect that coming up a little bit later on in the show. Ladies, back to you.
Thank you, Tiffany. We turn now to Elon Musk giving away millions of dollars to potential voters ahead of a state election this week in Wisconsin, an election that's become a flashpoint in national politics. ABC's Andrew Dimbert has more details.
The first check goes to Nicholas Jacobs.
Elon Musk handed 2 Wisconsin voters a check for $1 million each last night, hours after the state Supreme Court rejected an attempt to block the giveaway.
It's like everybody's gonna mobilize everywhere like crazy for the next 48 hours. And I think this will be important for the future of civilization. It's that significant.
Tuesday's election will determine the ideological tilt of the court, which is set to consider abortion and labor rights. Election maps may also find their way to the court's docket, with both Republicans and Democrats potentially looking to redraw congressional districts, which could shift the balance of power in Congress.
So much is at stake. We have to restore objectivity to this court right now.
This is really unprecedented to have the richest man in the world wade into a state Supreme Court race.
While giving far less than Musk, Democratic donor George Soros and billionaire Illinois Governor J.D. Pritzker have also flooded money into the race. Meanwhile, President Trump dodging questions last night after saying he's considering ways to serve a third term, telling NBC there are methods which you could do it. I'm not joking. Trump acknowledging that he believes one of those methods could be having Vice President J.D. Vance run for president in 2028 with Trump as his running mate, and then have Vance resign so Trump can stay in the Oval Office. Trump loyalist Steve Bannon recently saying this.
You know he's term limited. How do you think he gets another term?
We're working on it. I think we'll have a couple of alternatives. Let's say that.
The 22nd Amendment blocks presidents from serving a third term, saying no person shall be elected to office of the president more than twice. Trump allies have claimed there's a potential loophole because the amendment does not specify consecutive terms.
Trump's third-term aspirations would likely require another constitutional amendment, which would need approval from 2/3 of Congress and also 38 states. And coming up on Good Morning Northwest, meteorologist Tiffany Savona is in for Josh this morning, and she'll have how your week is looking weather-wise. That is coming up in just a few minutes. Keep it right here.
Step into a whimsical world of fun. Join Alice and journey into the $185,000 prize land at Wild Horse Resort and Casino. Anything is possible with $16,000 in cash and prizes every Friday and Saturday. And the magical wins continue with a chance to multiply your prize up to $4,000 cash. Step into a whimsical world of fun. Wild Horse Resort and Casino. Celebrate 3 decades of fun.
Dust off those dancing shoes and grab your partner. Active for Life presents Community Dance, Friday, April 4th at the Hapo Center in Pasco. Here's an event you won't want to miss. There will be dinner, dancing, casino-like games, and more. All this fun and excitement for just $30. It'll be a night to remember. Get your tickets now at the following locations. Proceeds for this wonderful event go to benefit the Walk to End Alzheimer's. It's the Community Dance, Dancing Through the Decades, Friday, April 4th from 5 to 9. Sponsored by these fine sponsors.
Kittitas Valley Healthcare is your trusted home for health, offering expert orthopedic care for your family. With over 55 years of combined experience, our team uses state-of-the-art equipment to improve surgical outcomes and provide compassionate, patient-centered care. We're committed to making your experience comfortable and efficient, so you can stay active and healthy. Learn more and schedule a consultation through our website at kvhealthcare.org. Your home for health.
Liberty. Liberty Mutual is all she talks about since we saved hundreds by bundling our home and auto insurance. Liberty.
Hey, kid. It's pronounced Bibberty.
Liberty.
Bibberty.
Liberty.
Bibberty.
Liberty.
Bibberty.
Liberty.
Now she's mocking me. Very mature.
Hey, that's enough, you two.
Hey, I'm not the one acting like a total baby.
She's two.
Only pay for what you need.
Liberty, liberty, liberty. Liberty.
Friends have been telling friends about Colonial Penn Guaranteed Acceptance Whole Life Insurance for more than 50 years, and with good reason. If you're between the age of 50 and 85, it's a sure thing. Your acceptance is guaranteed because full benefits are not paid in the first 2 years. And the price? Options start at $9.95 a month, less than 35 cents a day. With Colonial Penn, your rate is another sure thing. It will never increase. And you should know this coverage can last a lifetime.
Call today. 1-800-270-5533.
Early warnings, accurate forecasts.
Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Tiffany Savona.
Good morning and welcome back. As we start off your Monday, it's a little bit damp out there. We had showers and a few thunderstorms move in overnight. And now those showers starting to push north and east of the Tri-Cities. So if you're about to head out, some of you will need that umbrella. If you don't need it this morning, you may need it this afternoon. So take it along with you. Those showers impacting places like Hanford, Connell, also stretching down into Walla Walla and Dayton with light snow occurring across portions of the Blues, the higher elevations that is. So we're taking a live look out of our Legends Casino Hotel Skycam. Sun rising at 6:37. Unfortunately, we will see more clouds than sunshine today. And it is a bit of a chilly start out there. We're not going to warm up too much. So unlike those 60s we saw yesterday, we'll likely only see highs today in the 50s. 48 right now in the Tri-Cities, 43 Walla Walla, 41 Sunnyside, 39 in Yakima, and we're down to 41 in Ellensburg. The wind not going to be an issue today, but it's currently out of the south and southwest, 5 to 15 miles per hour, and the winds will actually be increasing. Not an issue tomorrow, that is. Winds increasing later on this afternoon. So as we go hour by hour, this computer model doing a pretty good job of painting where the rain is right now. So as we go through time, here we are at lunchtime. We have a couple of spotty showers out there. Same for later on this afternoon, but notice that the rain becomes more isolated in nature. So high temperatures today around 59 in the Tri-Cities, 56 in Walla Walla, 60 at Hanford, and 58 degrees in Yakima. So tonight we start to see the rain diminishing overall. I think we'll hold on to a lot of those clouds, partly to mostly cloudy by tomorrow morning. Temperatures will be dropping into the 30s, so it will be a little bit of a colder start on your Tuesday. 38 in the Tri-Cities, 39 Walla Walla, 36 in Prosser, and 33 in Pendleton and in Yakima. Tomorrow, we're going to hang on to a lot of those clouds. It will be mostly cloudy. Can't rule out a few sprinkles. I think this model overdoing it since we are going to be dry in the low levels of the atmosphere. So a couple of sprinkles possible tomorrow with highs still in the upper 50s to around 60 degrees, which is a few degrees below average for this time of year. So today you'll need that umbrella. A little bit on the breezy side today. Then winds start to lighten up tomorrow. 59, 58 on Wednesday, and then we're back in the 60s with a really nice weekend headed our way. In Yakima, slight chance for a spotty shower or two. A couple of sprinkles tomorrow, clouds hanging on, and then we start to dry things out with 60s returning Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. In Walla Walla, rain looking likely, although it will be scattered on and off throughout the day. A couple of showers possible Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday, so a little bit more unsettled along the foothills of the Blues. In Hermiston, scattered showers today, few sprinkles tomorrow, 60, and then we'll see those 60s continuing as we head into the upcoming weekend with 70s on tap for Sunday.
One of the best female groups of all time, En Vogue, in concert. Saturday, May 31st at Legends Casino Hotel. The multiple Grammy Award nominees with more than 20 million records sold worldwide. En Vogue. Get tickets now at Ticketmaster.com and Legends Gift Shop. Don't miss En Vogue live Saturday, May 31st at Legends Casino Hotel.
Hi, I'm renovation expert Scott McGilvery. I know bath remodeling, and I've seen all the gimmicks. Buy now, half off, free installation. This is why I work with Bathfitter. With 40 years of experience and 2 million installs, I trust their integrity. Bathfitter gives you a fair price and sticks to it with a lifetime warranty. You don't need gimmicks, just a partner you can trust. Bathfitter, it just fits. Go to bathfitter.com to book your free consultation.
Hurry into the Nissan Now sales event to save on an award-winning new Nissan like Kicks, J.D. Power's most dependable small SUV, Sentra, a Consumer Reports top pick, and Rogue, a Consumer Guide Best Buy 11 years in a row. All for under $30,000 at the Nissan Now sales event. Now get a low $229 per month lease on Sentra, or get up to $3,000 total savings on Rogue.
I'm a martial artist, a skydiver, a pilot, and all of them require your feet to work. Get up in the morning, and it felt like I was standing on marbles on my heel. When I went into the Good Feet store, the fitting was personalized. It was all about me. You put in the arch supports, and your day becomes better, and the sun shines, the unicorns run by, and, you know, it's a good life. I'm Randy, and that's my Good Feet story.
See for yourself with a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
Call Vance when you need a friendly, reliable electrician. We'll keep your home safe with electrical services and equipment upgrades. Save $50 on any electrical service, plus free electrical safety inspection. Don't leave it to chance. Call Vance.
Next live, Ginny Mullen from Dinner and a Movie.
Plus, Los Lonely Boys perform. And Chef Eric Ajapong.
I want to hear that beautiful sizzle right on top.
Today at 9 on Apple Valley News Now.
Looking for a great fishing hole? It's awesome. Fly the Northwest, Tuesday at 6.
Welcome back to Good Morning Northwest. In your entertainment headlines, Hollywood is mourning the loss of actor Richard Chamberlain. Now, Chamberlain died on Saturday from complications following a stroke, and this was just days before his 91st birthday. The Golden Globe-winning actor is best known for his work on the show Dr. Kildare. He also took several memorable stage roles over the years, including My Fair Lady and Breakfast at Tiffany's. He was 90 years old. Now, in more entertainment news, the head of Amazon's TV and film section, Jen Psaki, is stepping down after 7 years on the job. Mike Hopkins, the head of Prime Video and Amazon MGM Studios, announcing the departure in a staff memo. He also says that she will not be replaced. Instead, the studio will now operate distinct film and TV studios with their respective heads and report directly to him. But according to the memo, she's also not going far, as she is moving to production, and she's starting a new production entity with a deal with Amazon for both TV and film. And it sounds like some more TV shows, so I'm excited for that one. Now, rapper Sean Kingston is now facing perhaps decades behind bars after a jury in Florida convicted him and his mother of wire fraud. On Friday, the jury in Fort Lauderdale found Kingston, whose real name is Keyshawn Anderson, and his mother, Janice Turner, guilty of falsely obtaining expensive cars, jewelry, and other goods. Prosecutors say Kingston and his mother told business owners they had secured money to pay for the items when that was not true. Prosecutors also say the fraud scheme totaled more than $1 million, and Kingston and his mom were convicted of 5 charges. They face up to 20 years in prison for each count, and a judge will sentence them in July. Lawyers for the pair say they plan to appeal. And still so much more here on Good Morning Northwest. Coming up, a new bill in Washington state is stirring debate over parental rights when it comes to education. And we have the details coming up in your next half hour. But first, here are your Tech Bites.
In today's Tech Bites, Google's new AI model is currently free for everyone to use. The experimental Gemini 2.5 Pro is the first of Google's thinking models, which are said to deliver more accurate results through reasoning. It's free to try, but non-subscribers are under tighter rate limits. Apple is reportedly planning to bring an AI-powered doctor to its health app. According to Bloomberg, real doctors are now being used to train the AI agent that will act as a physician and health coach and make lifestyle recommendations. The revamped app is expected to be released next spring. And tired of missing phone calls because of your noisy vacuum cleaner? Your nightmare appears to be over. Samsung's new cordless stick vacuum has an LCD display which can monitor your phone calls and texts. Buying it will clean about $1,700 out of your bank account. I'm Andrew Dimbert. Those are your Tech Bites. Have a great day.
Let me see my new granddog.
Say hi, Grandma.
You're feeding him Blue Buffalo, right?
No, we got Purina One. It's all the same stuff.
Not really. Blue Life Protection Formula's got deboned chicken, chicken meal, brown rice, oatmeal, barley.
Well, Purina One has chicken, rice flour, corn gluten meal, whole grain corn, chicken byproduct meal.
Looks like we're switching to Blue.
Switch to Blue and feed your dog like family.
Mira Joy, the overwhelming relief after Miralax helps you go. Miralax works naturally with the water in your body, putting you in a supernaturally good mood. Miralax, free your gut to free your mood.
New Swiffer Mop Deluxe is made for small spaces. The upgraded strip has 75% more scrubbing power. And with the new locking head, getting into tight spaces is simple.
Can I borrow it?
The all-new Swiffer Mop Deluxe, the mother of all cleans.
This is Apple Valley News Now. Good Morning Northwest, on your side.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us for Good Morning Northwest. I'm Jessica Jalal. It is Monday, March 31st. We want to check in on that 3-degree guarantee right now because last week it was a little wonky, wasn't it, Tiffany?
It definitely was, Jessica, but we did manage to get it on Friday. So the forecast was 63. We got it because we actually hit 64 degrees in Pasco. So that means the jackpot has been added to. We're up to $25. I know it's on the lower end, but hopefully we can add to that today. We're forecasting a high temperature on the cooler side, a little bit below average due to the clouds and the rain. We're forecasting a high temperature of 59 today in the Tri-Cities. We still are tracking some light rain showers now north and east of the Tri-Cities, impacting places like Dayton and Walla Walla. So have that umbrella ready to go today. Some of you will need it, some of you will not. Slight chance for a spotty shower throughout the day in Ellensburg and Yakima. High temperatures in both of these cities, 55 and 58 degrees respectively. And in the Tri-Cities, Hermiston, Walla Walla, we could see those scattered showers on and off throughout the day. I think we'll dry things out in the afternoon in Tri-Cities and Hermiston, while those showers could linger along the foothills of the Blues. 59 in Tri-Cities for a high temperature, 60 in Hermiston, 56 degrees in Walla Walla. We'll let you know when the pattern will start to quiet down and when we'll see those 60s and 70s return to your 7-day forecast. That's all up in a little bit. Jessica, back to you.
Thank you, Tiffany. Now starting off your half hour with health news, the Yakima Health District is reporting a significant increase in tuberculosis cases, specifically in the tribal lands and Lower Valley. Now cases of TB have increased among Native Americans with common signs such as persistent cough and fever, with 16 confirmed cases, and health officials are urging residents to report all confirmed or suspected cases to the Yakima Health District. And the multi-state measles outbreak in the southwestern U.S. has reached 483 cases as of March 27th, and that's according to the CDC's latest information as reported by 20 jurisdictions. Now on Friday, Texas reported 400 cases, New Mexico reported 44, and Oklahoma reported at least 9 cases. And we'll keep you updated as more updates come in. Now going to a follow-up on a story we first brought to you Friday. A wanted man out of Moses Lake, 20-year-old Jose Beltran Rodriguez, has turned himself in. All 3 suspects linked to the March 21st drive-by shooting that resulted in the death of a 14-year-old are now in custody. 18-year-old Matthew Valdez was arrested Friday at a Beaverton apartment in Oregon. Another suspect in the case was arrested at Cadlick Hospital. Now, the investigation is still ongoing, and to see previous coverage on this, visit our website. Turning now to Kennewick, the school board has filed a federal Title IX complaint against the state. The move challenges state policies that allow transgender students to compete in girls' sports and use facilities that align with their gender identity. The board argues that these policies violate federal law and impact fairness in competition, and the complaint calls for federal intervention to clarify Title IX enforcement. And a new sales tax is coming to Kennewick to fund transportation improvements. So starting April 1st, a 0.1 sales tax will take effect, lasting up to 10 years. And the funds, which must stay local, will support pavement preservation and other priority projects. The tax adds 1 cent to a $10 purchase, and it's expected to generate $3 million annually. Talking about Washington lawmakers now, we're learning that former Washington Supreme Court Justice Susan Owens has died. Now, Owens passed away Friday morning at the age of 75 while visiting family in California. She served on the state's highest court for nearly 45 years before retiring in December due to her declining health. She was known for her advocacy on women's issues and indigenous rights. Governor Bob Ferguson honored her legacy on Saturday. Now to more Washington legislature news, the contentious debate in Olympia around parents' rights in education took an interesting shift last week, as the House bill trying to change those rights was amended to drop those changes. Capitol correspondent Albert James shows us why adjustments to Initiative 2081 are still very much on the table, and also how opponents are responding to it.
The bill has passed subject to signatures.
House Bill 1296 passed out of a Senate committee on a party line vote Thursday morning. The bill establishes rights of students in education and a complaint process for schools that willfully don't follow state laws on harassment, student discipline, and other areas. Though the bill was amended by Democratic Senator Claire Wilson to drop language that made changes to the rights given to parents under last year's Initiative 2081. Wilson says changes will still be pursued by her Senate Bill 5181, but having separate bills handling separate issues keeps the efforts moving forward.
It was just a strategy and a way that both chambers kind of approach things, and then right now it's keeping all doors open and all windows open so we can make sure something ends on the other side.
Wilson argues the parents' rights needs to be updated as those passed by the initiative are in conflict with protections for student medical records established in state law.
You don't change a law in an initiative that then they conflict, and that was what was happening. Schools were saying, which one do we follow, because one says this and the other says that.
Committee Republicans say they appreciated the changes to the House bill, but still take issue with the overall effort as it still threatens parents' rights.
Public schools are the cornerstone of health, diverse and productive society. That statement I don't believe, because the traditional family and mother and father are the cornerstone of a nation. It's always been the cornerstone of a nation.
Let's Go Washington, the group that pushed the original Parents' Rights Initiative, previously filed initiatives aimed to repeal the House and Senate bills. A statement from a group spokesperson Thursday says in part, quote, "As the legislature tries to play games and keep secrets from parents, we will do whatever we must to ensure that parents are kept up to date with every decision pertaining to their children." The Senate bill, which contains the changes to parents' rights, is slated for a vote out of a House committee next week. In Olympia, I'm Albert James reporting.
Now, a local business, a flower shop that made headlines regarding a discrimination lawsuit, will be closing. To backtrack, the previous owners of Arlene's Flowers and Gifts on Lee Boulevard in Richland reached a settlement of $5,000, and this after a lawsuit stating the owners refused to create flower arrangements for a same-sex couple. However, under new ownership by Kim Solom, the flower shop said they were all about creating beautiful flower arrangements for everybody in the community. There was no reason given for the closure, but this will close today, that shop. And coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, eggs keep on getting more expensive and more scarce. And the next time you're at the supermarket, you might have to pick a different brand if you haven't already done so. But which one is the best for you? Coming up, we have a breakdown on all the labels, everything from farm fresh to cage-free, so that you can make the best choice for your family. Keep it right here. We'll be right back with that.
Looking for a great fishing hole?
It's awesome.
Fly the Northwest, Tuesday at 6.
Hit by a big truck in bad weather? There's a law that says truck drivers have a legal duty to use extreme caution when driving in hazardous conditions. Hit by a big truck? I'm attorney Mariano Morales, the big truck heavy hitter.
Call 853-2222.
Attention former Hanford workers and contractors. You deserve the benefits and care you've earned. You may qualify for benefits including life-changing in-home health care. Join United Energy Workers Healthcare for a free Atomic Family Reunion at the Three Rivers Convention Center in Kennewick on Friday, April 11th. Reconnect, enjoy great food, and learn about exclusive benefits to help you live longer, better, and independently at home. RSVP by calling 509-286-2661 or visit uewhealth.com.
Hey Ham Fam! Easter is April 20th, and when your family gathers this season, spend less time in the kitchen and more time with your loved ones. At Honey Baked Ham, we have everything your gathering needs, starting with our fully cooked spiral cut ham, dripping with our famous mouth-watering glaze. Add a smoked or oven-roasted turkey breast, delicious sides and desserts. Your complete feast is waiting for you at Honey Baked Ham. Order online or give us a call. Honey Baked Ham, helping you make the most of your time with family.
At Spectrum, we believe every day unlocks unlimited possibilities to bring you closer to the people and places you love. Spectrum transforms your gaming experience into a galaxy of adventures. And with the fastest, most reliable internet, you're always front row to the entertainment you love, no matter where you are. Get Spectrum Internet Premier for $30 per month when bundled plus a 3-year price guarantee. Call 1-833-440-0029. Spectrum Internet puts streaming live TV, sports, and popular apps all at your fingertips.
Yakima Federal Savings and Loan was founded in 1905 and has kept your money safe and sound for 120 years. Your deposits at YakFed help people buy homes and build strong communities. We believe in giving back, proudly supporting local events and organizations that make a difference where we all live and work. With 10 local branch locations, we're committed to our communities and keeping your money secure. Experience the difference. Call, click, or come by and make the switch today.
Hit by a big truck in bad weather? There's a law that says truck drivers have a legal duty to use extreme caution when driving in hazardous conditions. Hit by a big truck? I'm attorney Mariana Morales, the big truck heavy hitter.
Call 853-2222.
That was a brilliant performance.
Tonight, Idol's two-night event continues.
Hollywood Week is the most stressful time in their journey.
More than half of you will be going home.
American Idol, new tonight on ABC.
This morning, it's GMA and Oprah.
I want some of that.
Plus, Elizabeth Moss on the final season of Handmaid's Tale. What will she reveal? And this week, Michael B. Jordan, Haley Steinfeld, Ryan Coogler, and Noah Wiley on
Good morning, America.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Tiffany Savona.
It is 5:39 and we are starting off in the 40s this morning. So not quite as chilly as those 30s that we woke up to at this time yesterday morning, but still jacket weather nonetheless. It's 48 degrees in the Tri-Cities. It's 41 Sunnyside, 39 in Yakima, 43 degrees in Walla Walla, 41 in Dayton, and we're sitting at 43 degrees in Hermiston and 42 in Pendleton. We had a few rain showers and even a few thunderstorms develop across northeast Oregon a few hours ago. Now that batch of rain is still north of the Tri-Cities and headed north of Dayton very shortly. We also have some light rain impacting Portland. We'll have to see if some of these showers get closer to Ellensburg and Yakima over the next few hours. But any rain that falls this morning will be incredibly light, and this may move out by the time the kids all get ready to head out and catch the bus for school. So here's the weather pattern. We have an upper level low spinning offshore. That's producing light rain and some mountain snow showers across the Cascades and the Blues. And both of those mountain ranges will see several inches at the higher elevations. This afternoon, scattered showers continue, but it won't rain all day long in any one location. So not a washout by any means. And those showers diminish in coverage this evening. So the bus stop forecast, there could be a few showers here and there. Maybe just a jacket or a sweatshirt with a hood will be good enough for the kids today, as any rain will be on the light side. Shouldn't amount to much. 40s this morning and then staying in the upper 50s as we get deeper into the afternoon as they start to head home. We'll let you know when those 60s and 70s return for highs coming up in a bit. Jessica, back to you.
Thank you, Tiffany. Talking about consumer news now, get ready to pay even more for eggs as prices are expected to rise even higher than they are now. The average cost for a dozen eggs right now is anywhere from $7 to $9, but that can vary widely depending on where you live. With soaring prices and many varieties of eggs, you want to make sure you're getting what you think you're paying for. Today's Consumer Reports deciphers those confusing egg labels and explains what they mean.
You know you're paying for more for about everything at the grocery store, but no price hike has caused as much chatter as the cost of 1 dozen eggs. The Elliott family of 5 buys eggs in bulk.
The white large.
This carton of 18 eggs was $10.
Kind of crazy how high and expensive eggs could be now. We like to make chilaquiles, tree stone egg, deviled eggs, scrambled eggs for the kids with their waffles.
With slim pickings at the supermarket, you might be unable to find your usual brand or variety.
We have been trying to do more like organic or cage-free.
Cage-free means the hens are not kept in cages, but it doesn't mean that they're clucking around in fresh air and sunshine. They can be kept indoors, often in crowded conditions. An organic label means eggs come from hens fed grains without synthetic pesticides or GMOs. The birds cannot be raised in cages or given antibiotics. They must have some outdoor access. There's no standard definition of pasture raised. However, the Certified Humane or the American Humane Certified labels require chickens to have access to pasture with enough space for natural behaviors, like pecking for seeds or bugs. Free-range birds are not kept in cages and have outdoor access, but they can still be raised in crowded conditions, and the outdoor area can be tiny. Consumer Reports says the words farm fresh and natural are basically meaningless.
All eggs come from a farm, even if the farm is a big building where chickens have been packed into cages, so this labeling claim has no value. The term fresh generally means that a product hasn't been frozen, but eggs in the shell should never be frozen. Also, an egg is a natural product, so slapping natural on it has no clearly defined additional meaning.
With eggs becoming an extravagant splurge, knowing precisely what you're paying for is essential. This is Ashley Prieto.
And don't be so quick to toss expired eggs. The USDA says eggs may be refrigerated for 3 to 5 weeks from the day they're placed in the fridge. The sell-by date will usually expire during that time, but they will be perfectly safe to use. And coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, we've got your morning sprint with everything you need to know before you head out the door this morning. And Tiffany will be back with your full First Alert weather forecast. Keep it right here.
It's the spring clearance sale at Furniture Row, so there's no better time to liven up your living room, deck out your dining area, beautify your bedroom, or make your money work for you with 48 months no interest. The spring clearance sale on now at Furniture Row.
Do it all with Steel Battery. Double your runtime. Get a free extra battery with select Steel tools. Shop in-store and online.
Attention Kennewick Irrigation District customers. Due to worsening drought conditions in Washington state, we recommend that you prepare landscaping needs now, for restrictions will likely occur later. Use voluntary watering schedule to ease your lawn into future restriction. Use drip and hose irrigation to focus water where it's needed. Your water conservation efforts today will directly impact the availability of water throughout the irrigation season. Remember, every drop counts. For more information, visit KID.org and click the Drought Information button.
At US Cellular, you don't have to choose between a great deal on the phone you want and the phone plan that's right for you.
You can get both. 4 free phones of your choice and 4 lines for just $90.
Wow, kids, that's like us not having to choose between tickets to wrestling or that puppet musical.
We want a great phone and a great plan too, don't we, little guy?
Get both. 4 free phones of your choice plus 4 lines for $90. No trade-in needed. US Cellular, built for us.
3 weeks of savings continue with Bi-Mart's latest savings book. Pick one up in store today. Select Pepsi 12 packs or buy 2 get 1. Ball regular and wide mouth canning jars are $1 off. And Angel Soft 16-roll bath tissue is just $11.99. Plus save for growing season. 4-inch premium annuals and jumbo 6-pack vegetables are 2 for $7. Herbs are 2 for $6. Home of the $5 lifetime membership. Bi-Mart since 1955.
Bedtime peace of mind could come from a psychoanalyst, or you can rest easy with Denver Mattresses 365-night better sleep guarantee. And during the spring clearance sale, find huge savings on clearance items throughout the store, or score 48 months no interest and free shipping. Peace of mind and a great night's sleep, only at Denver Mattress.
Judy Justice, today at 4 on Apple Valley News Now.
From Apple Valley News Now, First Alert Weather with Tiffany Savona.
Good morning and welcome back. I hope everyone had a great weekend. It was a mainly dry weekend. We did have a couple of light showers move in late yesterday and continue overnight into early this morning. Even a few thunderstorms developed just south of Hermiston while many of you were sleeping. So maybe you heard the thunder, maybe you didn't. But now we just have some scattered light rain showers impacting places like Othello and Dayton. And those are even starting to lighten up even more as they push off to the north and east. We're dry in the Yakima Valley, but we're going to have to watch for those coastal showers, which may get a little bit closer over the next few hours. Right now, we're taking a live look at our Legends Casino Hotel Skycam. It is still dark as the sunrise is at 6:37, so a little under an hour to go with that sun setting at 7:24. Temperatures are on the mild side, especially after those 30s that we saw yesterday morning. 48 in the Tri-Cities, 46 at Hanford, it's 44 in Connell, 43 in Walla Walla, 41 Sunnyside, and 39 degrees in Yakima. So here's the big picture. We have this moisture just moving in from the Pacific as an upper level low spins offshore. So we'll likely see scattered showers on and off throughout the day. It's not going to rain all day long in any one location, but you may need that umbrella from time to time, so take it with you just in case. By 6 o'clock this morning, those showers moving north and east of Connell, lifting north of Walla Walla. However, there could be a few more showers developing across the Tri-Cities, Hermiston and Pendleton, and then just a scattering of showers during the afternoon hours. Lesser chances, or lower chances, I should say, out toward the Yakima Valley, with the highest rain chance today along the foothills of the Blues, including Walla Walla. Today, temperatures will be kept down due to the rain and the clouds, with highs only in the upper 50s for Tri-Cities, 60 in Hermiston, 56 in Walla Walla, and 58 degrees in Yakima. Tonight, notice how the showers really start to decrease in coverage. So we'll start to dry things out. We're partly to mostly cloudy with temperatures down into the 30s by tomorrow morning. So tomorrow should be even colder. 38 in the Tri-Cities, 37 in Walla Walla, and 36 degrees in Prosser, with 33 in Pendleton. Tomorrow, I do think we'll see a lot of clouds, and there could be a couple of sprinkles. This computer model just updated, and this clearly looks very overdone tomorrow, as it looks like maybe a couple of sprinkles will be possible, and that is about it. Temperatures tomorrow into the upper 50s to around 60 degrees. So your Tri-Cities planner looking for a chance for spotty showers on and off throughout the day. Breezy today. Tomorrow, just a lot of clouds, a few sprinkles, and then we'll start to dry things out. Those 60s are back by the end of the week and into the upcoming weekend, with a 70-degree reading on Sunday. Jessica?
Now, the morning sprint.
Time is now 5:50. It's time for your morning sprint in our 5 o'clock hour. We're going to start off with the top 5 local stories you need to know this morning. First up, a traffic alert out of Walla Walla. A 300-foot section of Boyer Avenue will be closed starting tomorrow. And this is for construction of the Whitman College dormitory, which is just west of Touchy Street. The section will be closed through the end of July. Emergency cars will not have access through the closure, but businesses west of the area will stay accessible. And a heads up for people who live near the Yakima Training Center, Army units on the base have been conducting live fire exercises as part of their routine training, and officials say noise from these sessions may have been louder than usual. They started these sessions on Friday, but today is set to be their last day. Washington state lawmakers are debating a bill which would tighten gun laws in the form of a new permit before you can buy. House Bill 1163 would require a permit before purchasing a gun, where you would need to undergo fingerprinting, complete a safety training program, and pass a more rigorous background check, which would be conducted by the Washington State Patrol. And this screening is meant to flag outstanding warrants, pending charges, or mental health concerns. But opponents argue the bill could make first-time gun ownership nearly impossible. To see more on the story, stay tuned for our 6 o'clock hour. And a special benefit raising awareness for Wolff-Parkinson-White syndrome and honoring Tri-Cities hockey player Peyton Steele was held at the Hapo Ice Pavilion in Pasco. Steele's family saying through this, they hope Peyton's memory will live on and help raise awareness about the disease. On April 11th, a celebration of life will be held at South Hills Church in Kennewick. It'll start at 6 p.m., and the community is invited to attend and encouraged to wear their hockey jerseys in his honor. Arlene's Flowers and Gifts on Lee Boulevard in Richland is closing today. Now, this local business previously made headlines when the previous owners reached a settlement of $5,000 after a discrimination lawsuit was filed, saying the owners refused to create flower arrangements for a same-sex couple. The new owner, Kim Solom, says they create arrangements for everybody in the community, and there was no reason given for the closure for today. In your national headlines this morning, President Trump is saying the U.S. will do whatever is necessary to obtain Greenland, including using military force. Trump also saying he's in serious discussions about the annexation of Greenland, and that obtaining it would have both economic and national security benefits. His remarks coming a day after Vice President J.D. Vance's visit to the island. And Elon Musk is set to visit the Central Intelligence Agency today. CIA Director John Ratcliffe invited Musk to talk about technology and advancing the mission. Last week, Ratcliffe told the House Intelligence Committee Musk's Department of Government Efficiency has had zero impact on the agency. Representatives from DOGE have not yet been to the CIA or the Office of the Director of National Intelligence. President Trump now says reciprocal tariffs he plans to unveil Wednesday are on the table for all nations. That's after the Treasury Secretary said earlier this month the focus was on those with the largest trade deficits. Trump also now says any deal related to the duties will come after they begin. Meanwhile, new 25% tariffs on imported cars are scheduled to start Thursday. And Trump says he, quote, couldn't care less if that increases car prices so long as more manufacturing comes to the U.S. And many economists predict Trump's tariffs will raise prices and lower demand. In your business headlines, genetic testing firm 23andMe announcing last week that it filed for Chapter 11 bankruptcy to facilitate a sale. And now many of its 15 million customers are wondering what will happen to their genetic data. While it's unclear what's next for the company, experts say there's a big incentive for corporations to get their hands on that data. However, 23andMe says any buyer must comply with laws around handling customer data, and they also say it won't change how it handles that. Privacy advocates and 2 state attorneys general have urged Americans to delete their data on the service. Fashion giant H&M is planning to create digital clones of its human models, raising more questions about AI's potential and its impact on workers. The company plans to create 30 digital twins of its models this year, though it's still exploring how those avatars will be used. Now, according to H&M, the models would own the rights to their digital twin and be paid for AI campaigns. In your health headlines, a new study suggests artificial sweeteners may alter brain activity and actually increase your appetite. Researchers studied 75 people who consumed 1 of 3 drinks, and the drinks were plain water, water sweetened with table sugar, and water sweetened with artificial sweetener. Now, those who drank water with the sweetener said their appetite increased by nearly 20%, and that's when compared to drinking water with the table sugar. And if you feel distracted by your phone, the problem may be you. Researchers found that when faced with boring tasks, people do use their cell phones for a distraction. But if it's not nearby, you'll probably just distract yourself some other way. And the study monitored 22 people working on computers. Those who didn't have a phone within arm's reach used the computer to distract themselves from work. Now to your sports headlines, the Seattle Kraken faced a tough game Saturday night, falling to the Dallas Stars 5-1. Dallas secured an early lead with 2 first-period goals, and despite Eeli Tolvanen's goal for the Kraken, the team couldn't mount a comeback. They'll have a chance at redemption as they host the Stars again tonight at 7. Trending this morning, we're sharpening those crayons and letting our creativity run wild today. Why? Well, because it's National Crayon Day. So artists around the world have used wax and chalk-based crayons for centuries, and Edwin Binney created the brightly colored crayons most people are familiar with today. The year was 1903, and Binney's company developed the Crayola division for children for the first time. And the rest is history. Millions of people around the world use crayons today, and they continue to bring joy for artists and non-artists alike. And you also may want to check your pockets if you live in Southern California, because one lucky winner just won the Powerball jackpot of $526.5 million. Now, if you're checking your ticket, the winning numbers were 7, 11, 21, 53, 61, and the Powerball of 2. California lottery officials say the winning ticket was sold at a 7-Eleven in Anaheim, and that store will now receive a $1 million bonus. And as far as the lucky winner goes, they can either get 29 annual payments or choose a lump sum of almost $244 million. 5 other players walked away with the $1 million prize after correctly matching the 5 white ball numbers. And the Powerball now resets to $20 million. And that next drawing is Monday night, which is tonight. So get those tickets if you want to try to win. And coming up next on Good Morning Northwest, we're learning more about a house fire in Richland that had multiple law enforcement agencies responding to the scene. What we know about it so far is coming up in your 6 o'clock hour. Plus, our meteorologist Tiffany Savona will have your first alert weather forecast. It'll all be right here on Good Morning Northwest at 6 o'clock.